Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma announces Rs 20 lakh grant for Babalapara School from Chief Minister's Development Fund for Infrastructural Development. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma felicitates SSLC toppers from Garo Hills and meritorious students from childcare centres. Multiple development projects inaugurated and foundation stones laid for two major initiatives under PWD PHE Tourism in Jaintia Hills. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address nation at 8:30 p.m. tonight. And Meghalaya State League 2026, Langsning FC triumphs in Group F opener. The news in detail. First, the local news. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma was felicitated at Babalapara Higher Secondary School, where he announced a grant of Rs 20 lakh from the Chief Minister's Development Fund for Infrastructural Development. Attending as chief guest, Sangma reaffirmed the government's commitment to strengthening education with focus on rural and remote areas. He highlighted ongoing efforts to upgrade lower primary schools, noting that the initiative began with 100 schools and is being expanded in phases. MLA Ian Botham K. Sangma and MDC Rakesh A. Sangma, present as guests of honor, lauded the Chief Minister's consistent prioritization of education, particularly in underserved areas.
Tentang sa no kapay sol ko matel sing na kusyo nga iya felicitation program ko organize kainga pa block organizing committee ni memberang mong sombate deficit pattern teaching.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today felicitated students who excelled in the SSLC examinations, including toppers from Garo Hills and meritorious students from childcare centres under the Social Welfare Department. The program was held at his residence in Tura, where the Chief Minister handed over cash rewards to encourage the achievers. Sangma congratulated the students, celebrated their accomplishments and extended his blessings, urging them to continue striving for excellence and making their mark in the future.
Nurturing the mind. It's about supporting the children when they need the support. And I think that is what you have been successfully in. While education, course material, all of this is important, we must look at shaping the children in the right direction, because shaping them in the right direction is shaping the state and the country's future in the right direction.
I feel greatly honored and extremely happy to be recognized by our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Conrad K. Sangma. It is a very great feeling for me. It is a surreal feeling, and this recognition will motivate me to aim higher in the future and work even harder to make my family, my teachers and my state proud.
I have secured this position. It's only because of my respected teachers. It's my hard work and the unwavering belief of my parents. It is not like that they have to study for 15 to 16 hours. It's just people say like that. But if they study for like 2 to 4 hours or so, that is just enough. But with full focus and consistency.
Deputy Chief Ministers Preston Tunsong and Snyo Bhalangdhar, along with Health and Sports Minister Wailat Miki Shilla, inaugurated 4 projects and laid foundation stones for 2 major initiatives under PWD, PHE, Tourism and Sports departments. Key projects include a Rs 8.94 crore lighting system for the multi-sports complex athletic track and football ground and Rs 20.92 crore road improvement works under CRIF. Inaugurations covered a National Games 2 parking area, a children's park, the Wahiajar water supply scheme worth Rs 35.93 crore and Rs 100 crore road development under the State Road Fund. During the event, 11 police personnel received certificates of appreciation for their service. Sports Minister Shilla announced plans for a youth hostel near the stadium, while the Deputy CM Dhar highlighted upcoming projects including the Rs 21,800 crore Greenfield 4-lane highway from Umiam to Silchar. Chief guest Preston Tansong praised the Jaintia community's cooperation in development efforts, calling the projects historic for the district.
District Hapo Kathan area Jante Hills Borokaway. Kaway kabangi itna kolomba Mju Kabdon Kot Kajing Wok Ya Kabamut Ban Penkulon Yuri Haba Piawo Piawo na Mentabante Nakatagadaw Katut Karoy Kapa Hamni but Hapo Kajante Hills Borokaway. Namar ban nado kinong yalam snong ki wae snong. Ki doloy. Ki no kaiba no snong. Ki snow to yakajin corridor.
National Youth President of the Nationalist Congress Party (NCP), Dhiraj Sharma, has launched a 6-month youth membership drive across Meghalaya to expand the party's base. Sharma voiced concern over rising drug abuse and unemployment among young people, stressing the urgent need for change. He highlighted the importance of building a drug-free Meghalaya while creating avenues for youth unemployment. The initiative will also focus on educating young people about the historical role of the NCP in shaping the state's political landscape.
हमें काम करना है अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे। किसी भी पार्टी का जब तक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मजबूत नहीं है, तब तक हमारी पार्टी गवर्नमेंट में नहीं आ पाएगी। गवर्नमेंट में आएगी तो हम लोगों के लिए काम कर सकते हैं। अब काम क्या है अभी सबसे, क्योंकि यूथ का कन्वेंशन है, सबसे बड़ी मेघालय की समस्या जो है वो नशा है। ये जो हमारा यूथ इस वक्त नशों के अंदर फंसता चला जा रहा है, हमें सबसे पहले अपने यूथ को उसमें से निकालना है, क्योंकि मेघालय के यूथ में वो पोटेंशियल है कि वो पूरे के पूरे स्टेट का नहीं, पूरे देश का भविष्य बदल सकता है।
The Hill State People's Democratic Party has announced that it will not support the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance in the upcoming by-election to the Shillong Lok Sabha seat. Instead, the party will work with the Regional Democratic Alliance, which includes the United Democratic Party. HSPDP President KP Pangyang said the party will deliberate with RDA partners to decide whether to field a candidate or extend support, though no final decision has been made. He emphasized the importance of strengthening unity among regional parties under the RDA banner.
Regarding the MP election, by-election of the MP, our party is yet to take a decision, and we will call the Central Executive Committee in the near future, and we will take a final call on it. As of now, we have no decision yet, so we will talk in the next course of the meeting.
The Hill State People's Democratic Party has clarified its stand on the proposed hotel project, stating that construction should not take place at Lumpongdeng, but instead at the existing Orchid site. As earlier indicated by the Chief Minister, HSPDP President KP Pangyang stressed that the government must ensure no activity is allowed at Lumpongdeng if it threatens the environment. He further noted that if land is leased, it should not be handed over entirely to private companies. The party reiterated its support for development initiatives, provided they are carried out responsibly and without harming natural surroundings.
Regarding the issue at Lumpongdeng, actually, whatever the government has taken the decision not to construct any infrastructure in that Lumpongdeng particularly, we feel that that is a good message that government has given to that agitation of the Green Tech Foundation.
The Greta Solution Training Academy organized a certificate distribution ceremony on Friday at Sitihat Dhaba, honoring 190 youths who completed training in beauty wellness and spa therapy, street food vending and craft bakery. Assistant Commissioner of East Khasi Hills District, C. Marak, attended as the chief guest and handed out certificates. Placement Coordinator Frederick Mbha Shanpru informed that the 3-month program was offered free of cost under the sponsorship of the Meghalaya State Skills Development Society MSSDS. He added that over 30 trainees have already secured jobs outside the state, while others are employed locally or have started their own ventures.
Kani kadi ka free training ba ai ka MSSDS. Di lembag MSSDS ka ai kum ki kenja work order. So dalam lembag ni work order pat ni like mobilize ki brio kan. Especially ni target bahasa ki rural areas kuma pitep mo sa kamnong kondong kamduna ba pli mo ka ta ka jingyo apa jingkot nane ka kam ka jam. So ni target ki rural areas an lembag ni mobilization jungi pat ni expect ani kwa baki khana kinwan sa kini ki sponsored course ba ai ka sarkar kan. Nang ba kinyo mo kum kanja kalat pan kamay jak po ila dia mo.
Ay kani ko training Greta Solution ngalap lang ba ka social media. Nga don interest ha kani ka makeup. Ngawan ha kani ka training kadi ko free training kadang ha polam kra ha blang road. Ngawan siya po office. Ngawan meet sa office ngawan apply ha po office. Antay ha po lam kra bit house. Ngadon chig tumu bansang lalaki kamo lalaki chang kitan. Dangala kam kyo sikrang.
On Friday, Santa Mary Shilla, MLA of Sutnga Saipung constituency, inaugurated a 1.5-kilometer internal CC road at Alpha, Umkyang village, East Jaintia Hills district. The project, costing Rs 40 lakhs, was funded under the DMF scheme for the financial year 2025-26. The ceremony was attended by Deputy Commissioner Manish Kumar, village leaders, DMF officials and residents, and featured a cultural dance by village women. Shilla praised the Deputy Commissioner's efforts and described the road as a blessing for villagers, improving connectivity to workplaces and the Umkyang Market's waste dumping site. She assured continued support through DMF, highlighting recent renovations at the Umkyang PHC and plans for staff quarters.
Kani ka surok, yung kani ka wakyan, so paulak na pelud i kani ka surok. Dang bon cucu, daw yarap i na menta kani ka DMF, yu bat pijan hapo ka si api si yang Umkyang da yarap i katug kat ni da yarap i uchna penbha penmiat i na menta kani ka PHC yung ka ceiling ki wiring ki renovation yung ka. Penbha penmiat i ka yo yi ki pat ba uwan yo ba i lesos na menchwa kajing si katuga emo repair emo la ye tam hadin wada iklam ha chnong ya pelujing mut i borok hi da chnai ga gani ka PHC renovate ka.
The Subdivisional Officer of Patharkama Civil Subdivision today summoned leaders of Himma Soyong along with Noreshor Timung, a youth from Amring village under Jirang constituency who was allegedly assaulted by Assam Forest Department personnel on June 30th, 2025. The summons followed directions from the National Human Rights Commission after Himma Nongwa Mautamur Soyong Lingdoship lodged a complaint regarding the incident. Himma Soyong leaders Rustingwell Thaba and PL Thaba expressed concern over repeated harassment faced by border residents and submitted evidence, including photographs and medical documents, to district authorities. The NHRC has directed completion of the inquiry within 4 weeks.
Don kawai ka jingjia ka basnusi Bagata kalong kajigsa ban ben. Bagajigsa so ben kini kibriu ki jongi ki besong basa hang tay po amreng. Kanai ka amreng ka hap sa po Meghalaya. Ni ka asam du ta ka kam bahap sa asam. Andai kamdan ni ki kot slam prisha baka hap sa po asam dai. Ni yang ha kanong rem kum ka hima baka hap po Meghalaya. Tandai ka ay ka basa kalong ba kini kibriu ki song siir musim. These Assam fellows, they always try to deprive, to insult, to harass, or people like animal. They treat. This is to totally violate of the Article 300A of the human rights. Kaya kadi kunuksakan bagi di ban simik senjam ban pan bagi long try ka jaga. Taka daw nginam ala sin sir ka jaga jo himas ayong bakan lek sa Assam.
The health condition of H. Bansiodor Nonglang, chairman of the Green Tech Foundation GTF, has worsened as his hunger strike entered its 9th day, prompting his hospitalization. Medical professionals and district officials assessed his unstable vitals at the protest site before shifting him to a Shillong hospital. Nonglang has vowed to continue until the government provides written assurance to scrap the plan. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma reiterated that no construction will take place at Lumpongdeng Island, clarifying that the five-star hotel is planned at the existing Orchid Hotel site near Umiam. MLA from Kleriat constituency, Kerman Shilla, on Friday inspected a potential water source at Umkrem Rangat following acute water scarcity faced by 7 villages in the area. Accompanied by PHE officials and village heads, the team trekked to the remote site where GPS mapping was conducted to assess its viability. The inspection comes as residents of 7 villages struggle with regular water purchases despite pipelines being laid under the Jal Jeevan mission. Shilla expressed concern over the hardships faced by villagers and assured efforts to resolve the crisis, noting that the source appears promising and could meet potable water standards.
It's really nice to inform you that there's one source have been found out by this 7 village, the head of the 7 village, and we will be visiting this soon. And I believe this water source will be sufficient enough and will be feasible to give a water supply to all these 7 villages.
The Khasi Authors Society KAS held a meeting at Madang Ing Dorbar Site Sopen, expressing hope that the Khasi language will be incorporated into the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. The meeting followed the Meghalaya Cabinet's approval of the Meghalaya Official Languages Ordinance 2026, which officially recognized Khasi and Garo as state languages alongside English. KAS Vice President K.D. Ramset stated that the organization's research cell is working to enrich the Khasi language for dictionary inclusion. Members welcomed the state government's recognition of Khasi and Garo, viewing it as a step towards eventual inclusion in the 8th schedule.
Ban penrung sa kekrenik kebapra jomari kisah dari India. Kami kaya tolong apa tambah ni nagalian kasan apa yang berjalan kejauh presiden bilang bahwa inam sana inam tiap Thai inam sok Thai inam long jaitu hak ada bentar haduk panginda.
Let's move on now to the regional stories. Exercise Jal Rahat 2026, the annual joint disaster management drill focused on water-related emergencies, is currently underway at IIT Guwahati. The exercise brings together the Indian Army, NDRF, SDRF, SSB and Assam Disaster Management Authority to coordinate rescue and relief strategies. On-site demonstrations of water rescue techniques were carried out with participating military officers engaging with the media to highlight preparedness efforts for flood and water-related disasters. Moving on now to the national stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 8:30 p.m. tonight following the conclusion of the budget session of Parliament. The focus of the address is expected to be on the Women's Reservation Bill, though the exact agenda will be revealed during the speech. Citizens across the country are awaiting key announcements from the Prime Minister. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav announced a 2% hike in DNS allowance, DA, and DNS relief, DR, for central government employees and pensioners, raising it from 58% to 60% of basic pay, effective January 1, 2026. The decision will benefit nearly 50 lakh employees and 68 lakh pensioners, with the government incurring an additional expenditure of Rs 6,791 crore. Vaishnav described the move as a huge benefit for the workforce and retirees. Now let's have a look at the international stories. The long-standing tussle over the strategic Strait of Hormuz continues, with disputes intensifying around control and security of the vital waterway. The strait, a key global oil transit route, remains at the center of geopolitical friction, raising concerns over trade and regional stability. And coming up are the sports news. The Meghalaya State League 2026, organized by the Meghalaya Football Association, kicked off today with the opening Group F match between Langsning FC and Mission SSCC at the Dom Maulum Pendeng Umyong ground. The match, attended by dignitaries including MLA Bantedor Lingdo, MDC Equator Nongrang, and local leaders, drew thousands of football enthusiasts. On the field, both teams delivered an exciting contest, but Langsning FC proved more effective in front of the goal, securing a 4-1 victory. With this win, Langsning FC earned 3 points to lead the Group F standings as the league progresses. Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature recorded stood at 22 degrees Celsius and the maximum at 29 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 77% and the rainfall recorded at 3 mm. Moving on to Shillong, where the minimum temperature recorded stood at 15 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature at 23 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity at 78%, rainfall recorded at 6 mm. Meanwhile, in Jowai, the minimum temperature recorded stood at 16 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature at 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 77%, rainfall recorded at 8 mm. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says generally cloudy sky with moderate rain at many places. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma announces Rs 20 lakh grant for Babalapara School from Chief Minister's Development Fund for Infrastructural Development. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma felicitates SSLC toppers from Garo Hills and meritorious students from childcare centers. Multiple development projects inaugurated and laid foundation stones for 2 major initiatives under PWD PHE Tourism in Jaintia Hills. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address nation at 8:30 p.m. tonight. And Meghalaya State League 2026, Langsning FC triumphs in Group F opener. That's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news update. Until then, goodbye.